Hi guys, welcome back to another installment of Did the Movie Get It Right? Today I'm going to be looking at Ashes in the Snow, which is the film adaptation of Between Shades of Grey. So Between Shades of Grey was written by Ruta, published by Pillamel Books in 2011. The film was released on January 11th, 2019. The name was changed so as not to confuse it with the book/film series 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. So, did the movie get it right? Say probably about 60 to 65% of it. While the movie hits on the major plot points like the diaspora from Lithuania by the Soviets and their move across Russia and Siberia to eventually end up near the North Pole, it leaves out a lot of the details. For example, the children suffering from scurvy, Lina and the others looking for their fathers when they're on the trains, changing the portrait so that the commander actually does see what Lina has drawn as opposed to being able to kind of work through it and make him a nice looking portrait, and then the subsequent getting trash and other shit thrown at her from the Soviet. Lina's drawings are burned in the film when they are never burned in the book. The Lithuanians eventually getting medical treatment in Trofimolsk during the terrible winter, which is the town they eventually end up in, and acknowledging that the Lithuanians were still in camps 12 years after the final event of Lina seeing the sun come up after her first terrible winter at the North Pole. The biggest change was that the role of Kavinsky plays a larger role in the film. He has a wife and child and comes from Ukraine, which was also under subjugation by the Soviets during this time. He has some fascination with Lina's mother rather than Lina herself. He also, spoilers, kills himself in the film after setting Lina and her brother free. This change doesn't work in his favor. Kavinsky's character is there to showcase the morally gray area that many regular people had to live in to survive. Kavinsky most likely joined the army because it meant regular food, housing, and pay in exchange for forcing others into subjugation. It doesn't make him a good man, but he's not supposed to be a good man, just a regular man. In the film, we're meant to have more sympathy since he himself is facing discrimination as well as having a family. Again, the character of Kavinsky in the book serves a very particular purpose in that we have some empathy for him, or some sympathy for him, but mostly he is still a soldier in this army that is doing terrible things to innocent people who didn't ask for this. In the film, it's, he's supposed to be the one good guy out of all these bad guys, and it's like, that's not what this is. Okay, there's no redemption arc for Kavinsky. For anyone who's unaware, the Soviets this is set during World War II, or at least the very beginning of World War II. And the Soviets have been coming in and taking over parts of Eastern Europe. They've started annexing the Stans, Kyrgyzstan, things of that nature, and they get to Lithuania. And what they do is they take the Lithuanians and they move them, or at least some of them, certain types of Lithuanians, they move them to Siberia in hopes of destroying the Lithuanian culture. And eventually they move those Lithuanians, or at least Lina's group of Lithuanians, up to the North Pole, or at least to Trofimolsk. I would say, in this instance, that the book is better than the film. Lina's journey and character development are in the details that are sorely missing in the film. Also, as an aside, Lina's actress is staring into the camera most of the film with a frightened rabbit look and doesn't talk a whole lot, and in the book Lina is much more of a spitfire. She's much more of the, I think 15, 16 is what she's supposed to be in the book, and it just, not a good acting choice in my opinion. The movie isn't bad, but it doesn't translate well to film. So I would definitely say in this instance, like, the movie got like the major plot points right, but for the most part, it's disappointing adaptation of Ruta Sepety's book. So if I had to say anything about it, I'd say just go ahead and read the book. So that's everything about Ashes in the Snow, the adaptation of Ruta Sepety's Between Shades of Grey. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please let me know down in the comments below what you thought, and I will see y'all next time.